Hey everyone, welcome to Area 616. Last Saturday was the day we've all been waiting for, the official announcement of Marvel's Phase 4, which was crazier than we ever could have imagined. And just to put the icing on the cake, Avengers Endgame also managed to surpass Avatar to become the highest grossing film of all time. Not adjusted for inflation, but we don't talk about that. Marvel's Phase 4 panel featured a ton of amazing and surprising reveals. So today I'm going to go over each film and series they announced in order of release and talk about everything we know from the panel and beyond. So let's get started. The next Marvel Studios project is Black Widow, which has been confirmed to be arriving on May 1st, 2020. Last night they more or less just confirmed a lot of things that we already knew about Black Widow, like the fact that Florence Pugh is portraying Yelena Belova, and that Taskmaster is a villain. Here's our first look at his suit. We also learned that David Harbour is playing Alexei Shostakov, aka the Red Guardian, and I don't mean to brag, but I did definitely predict that a while back. At the panel, he and many others repeatedly teased that we may actually see Red Guardian, and some people have described him as being in the footage I'll describe in just a minute, but not others. Rachel Weisz is playing a woman named Melina Vostokov, who in the comics is a rival Russian agent of Natasha's called Iron Maiden. It remains to be seen if she'll have the robot suit. O.T. Fagbenle is said to be a fixer from Natasha's past who has something of a romantic spark with her. His name is said to be Mason, who's been speculated to be Rick Mason, a S.H.I.E.L.D. agent in the comics. He seems like the most likely choice for Taskmaster, but considering his name is Tony Masters in the comics, I'm a little confused on the names here. It's possible Taskmaster might not have an actor, and that they may lean into his mysterious nature in the comics, never really revealing who he is. Attendees were shown footage of Black Widow, which saw Natasha returning to Budapest, where she meets up with Yelena. The two begin fighting, with the scene being described as something out of a Bourne movie, but it ends with them having a drink. Yelena has been described as a little sister of sorts to Natasha. They were then shown a montage of action shots ending with this fight between Widow and Taskmaster. It's said that he had a shield and he was able to perfectly mimic her fighting. So yeah, Taskmaster. It's been confirmed that this takes place in between Captain America Civil War and Avengers Infinity War, so after she leaves Tony but before she meets up with Cap. This is the perfect time to be set in, and from the reactions, it sounds like this will be a fantastic send-off to Natasha Romanoff. Rumors say that Yelena Belova will go on to become the new Black Widow in the MCU, which I think is very likely. This is currently filming in Europe and has been for the last month. It's set to wrap in October, and the first teaser trailer will likely arrive this November. The first of Marvel's Disney Plus series, The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, has been set for the fall of 2020, while previous reports set it for an August 2020 release. All we know about the plot is that it'll feature Sam and Bucky reuniting to go up against Zemo, who has assumedly escaped from the raft. We also know that Sharon Carter will be in the series, that it'll be 6 episodes long, and will be directed by Kate Scoglin. I've been expecting the series to be renamed to Captain America and Bucky, but it doesn't look like it will be. It's odd because it's been confirmed that Sam Wilson will be Captain America in the series. Just yesterday, Anthony Mackie revealed he had tried on the Captain America suit. I suppose that doesn't mean he'll be Cap the whole time, but still. At the panel, Zemo interrupted over video and was shown to be wearing a mask, like in the comics, although it was black and not purple. Previous story rumors have said that this will feature Bucky and Sam forced to team up with a government-sanctioned Captain America, aka US agent, who may or may not be the most trustworthy person for the job. It's said the series will really flesh out Sam and particularly Bucky's characters, with Barnes getting a whole new look and attempting to live a quiet life, while assumedly Sam is trying to live up to his promise to Steve. The series is currently slated to start production in October in Atlanta, Georgia. We most likely won't get our first real look at it until next spring, But here's hoping we get some kind of concept art next month at D23. Eternals. This is one we've known about for a while now, but the cast announcements were pretty surprising. It's set to arrive on November 6th, 2020, as we expected, and a lot of the previously announced castings turned out to be true. The full cast is as follows: Richard Madden as Icarus, Salma Hayek as Ajak, the leader, Angelina Jolie as Thena, Kumail Nanjiani as Kingo, Brian Tyree Henry as Phastos, Leah McHugh as Sprite, Lauren Ridloff as Macquarie, who is a deaf actress playing the MCU's first deaf superhero, and Ma Dong-seok as the villain Gilgamesh, aka the Forgotten One. There are some notable absent Eternals, such as Cersei, who was often reported as the lead of the movie, and Zuras, their ruler. It's also been said the movie may feature some kind of human character at the forefront. It's unclear if these characters are actually in the movie and just haven't been cast yet, or if they're being saved for future films. No real plot details were given, although it was said the characters would be 35,000 years old. Previous rumors stated the film will take place thousands of years in the past. I think this is likely accurate, although that's just speculation at this point. They didn't confirm or deny it. Madden has described the Eternals as a race of immortal aliens sent to Earth by the Celestials to protect humankind from the Deviants. Like the Eternals, the Deviants were created by the celestial space gods, but they are deformed and villainized. In the comics, they are somewhat misunderstood. Who knows if this is the case in the MCU, but it's interesting to note. In the comics, the Eternals are actually prehistory humans, transformed by the Celestials. Could they be retconned into aliens in the MCU? Artwork was released showing our first look at the Celestials, who we will learn more about here. We'll learn their agenda and what they've been up to. Directed by Chloe Zhao, the film is set to start production in September. We should get the first teaser for this next April, just before Black Widow comes out. Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. On February 12th, 2021, Marvel Studios will introduce the Kung Fu master Shang-Chi to the MCU, to be directed by Destin Daniel Cretton. Shang-Chi will be portrayed by Simu Liu, who was apparently cast just last Tuesday, but has been publicly pursuing the role since December. He's of Chinese heritage, and I believe he may have some martial arts knowledge, but I think he'll be excellent in the role. Marvel's not known for miscasting their leads. Beyond him, two other actors were confirmed. Awkwafina is in an unspecified role, and Tony Leung has been cast as the real Mandarin, who is the confirmed main villain of the movie. The rumor going around is that he will replace the racist character Fu Manchu as Shang-Chi's father in the MCU. Not too long ago, casting calls leaked calling for a wise old Asian statesman who is the leader of his people, and a female Asian actress who is one of his most skilled warriors. Both of those actors seem to fit the part. In the comics, Shang-Chi's sister, Fao Lo Sui, is an enemy of his who sided with their evil father. I wouldn't be surprised if that's who Awkwafina is playing in the movie. In the comics, the Mandarin was the ruler of a small city. I imagine we'll see some version of that here. The title implies the film will center around the hunt for the real Ten Rings, something that's been alluded towards since the very beginnings of the MCU. Filming will begin sometime this fall in Australia, but we probably won't get a trailer until next summer, around June or so. Set for spring 2021, the next Disney Plus series, WandaVision, was described simply as weird. We know pretty much nothing about it other than it will reunite Wanda and Vision, will apparently explain why Wanda is called the Scarlet Witch, and will include a surprising MCU character, an adult Monica Rambeau, who will be portrayed by Teyonah Parris. We last saw Monica as a little girl in Captain Marvel. Previous rumors say it's a psychological thriller, featuring Wanda living with a rebuilt Vision in a small suburb, and trying to use magic to give him a soul, but it goes terribly wrong. Apparently Grim Reaper and Agatha Harkness were two antagonists for that. This fits with Olsen's previous description of it having a 1955, although it's hard to see how Monica would fit in there. However, new speculation is that the series will focus on Wanda's efforts to bring Vision back, with him not actually returning until later in the series. Whichever way it goes, it sounds like it'll further explore Wanda's reality-altering abilities in the comics, and will explore her witch heritage. It's possible we could see Quicksilver in a flashback, and I wouldn't be surprised if they laid the groundwork for a Magneto movie. The series is set to begin filming next year. We likely won't get our first look at it until late 2020. LOKI. The next Disney Plus series is also set for spring 2021, and it has been confirmed that it will center around Tom Hiddleston's Loki after he escaped with the Tesseract in the alternate reality we saw in Avengers Endgame. So this will be the first MCU project to be set entirely in an alternate reality. The potential that sets up is really exciting. It's a whole new universe with a lot of the same characters. Previous story rumors have said that it features Loki influencing human history, with concept art showing him in the 70s. It's unclear if these are flashbacks or if Loki may have cracked time travel via the Tesseract somehow. We could see the return of other Asgardians. Thor would be pretty great, although who knows if Hemsworth would be open to it. And we know that Loki is on Thanos' hit list after escaping with his Tesseract. So can this Loki escape his fate? Or will he end up being killed by Thanos too? It'll be fun to see what happens. I imagine this will arrive in late May 2021, but it was placed before Doctor Strange 2, so who knows. This may honestly be one of my most anticipated movies of Phase 4. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. It's set for November 7th, 2021. Director Scott Derrickson has described it as the MCU's first horror film, and all we really know about it is that it will feature the multiverse, Nightmare will be the villain, and Scarlet Witch will play some kind of role. Apparently the events of WandaVision will directly lead into this. Previous rumors have said the likes of Clea, Brother Voodoo, and the Ancient One will appear, but I'm not so sure about that anymore. Seems like it's already a packed cast. But we do know the series will explore the multiverse extensively, and the horror tone opens up so many possibilities. Maybe they enter an alternate reality filled with Marvel zombies. If the speculation that mutants may come from an alternate reality is true, this could be integral to the X-Men's MCU debut. It's been said Mordo will return. It's hard to see how he and Nightmare and the multiverse all tie together, but I'm interested. We could see some big mystical faces like the Vishanti and Satanish. I'd personally love to see Man-Thing and the Nexus of All Realities play a role in the film. This is set to begin filming next January, and it'll wrap in May. We'll probably get our first teaser for it in November 2020. The MCU's first animated series, What If, is set for a summer 2021 premiere. It will tell tales from across the multiverse, showing alternate realities where one change has been applied. It will be narrated by Uatu the Watcher, who will be voiced by Jeffrey Wright. Two stories previously mentioned are Peggy Carter becoming Captain America instead of Steve Rogers, and Loki wielding Thor's hammer. It's been confirmed it will feature a ton of returning MCU actors, all of which are shown here. You can make out some potential episodes here. I'm sure more cast members will be revealed later. It's unclear how many episodes this will be, but I guess it's somewhere between 8 and 10. Also, it's unknown if this is planned as an ongoing series or a limited series, but hopefully we'll know soon enough. The last Disney Plus series revealed comes in the fall of 2021 and centers on Clint Barton as he trains Kate Bishop to be the new Hawkeye. The logo signifies this will be drawing from Matt Fraction's beloved run on the character, and no real plot details were given other than it will revisit his time as Ronin. I imagine some faces from his crusade as Ronin will return, forcing him to team up/train Cade to stop them. Rumors have said the villain will be the Hood, a criminal who gains supernatural powers from a demonic cloak. It's also been said that it'll explore Clint's past in the circus and feature his brother Barney Barton. as Trickshot. This currently has no showrunner and no other cast than Jeremy Renner and presumably his family, like Linda Cardellini as Laura Barton. But it'll likely start filming in late 2020. Just announced earlier this week is Thor: Love and Thunder, which will arrive on November 5th, 2021. It'll see Taika Waititi return to the helm. At the panel, it was confirmed that Valkyrie would be returning, as well as, most surprisingly, Natalie Portman as Jane Foster, who it was revealed will be taking up the mantle of Thor, like in the comics. It remains to be seen if she's been diagnosed with cancer, like in the source material, but as a fan of that version of the character, I'm pretty excited to see this. It was also teased that Valkyrie would be getting a new love interest in Thor 4. This all sounds pretty fun, and it definitely looks like Taika Waititi will be getting full reign on this one, which is what I really want to see. You can watch my video from last week to see some of the things I'd like to see happen in Thor 4. Although keep in mind I didn't know anything about it then. It's unknown what kind of villains are here, just that it will draw from Jason Aaron's Mighty Thor run. So perhaps we could see Cinder, the evil daughter of Surtur, the Minotaur, a crazed Roxxon CEO, maybe Exterminatrix or the Man-God. Maybe we could even get the Phoenix Force, which played a pretty big role in his run. Whatever it is, we're in for a fun ride. I expect this will begin filming around September 2021 or so, and we'll get our first trailer in April 2021. That was the full Phase 4. It only lasts 2 years, but it has 5 movies and 5 series. But Feige did tease some additional films in development for Phase 5, namely Black Panther 2, which just turned in the script this month, Captain Marvel 2, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, and some extremely exciting ones like Fantastic Four and X-Men. But by far the most exciting announcement was a Phase 5 Blade movie, with Mahershala Ali. Honestly, he's the perfect choice for Blade. It is sad to see Luke Cage being low-key retconned, but apparently Ali was the one who approached Marvel about Blade. And really, who in their right mind would turn down Mahershala Ali asking you to make him Blade? I could and will make a whole video about Blade, so stay tuned for that. I'm also planning videos for Ant-Man and the Wasp, what we know about Phase 5 so far, and many more. I'd say I'm set for the next couple of weeks. This was a really incredible slate they revealed. It's super weird, but so exciting. Sounds like it'll be filled with so many awesome tones and characters. I can't wait to see what's next. Word is that they have a couple more things up their sleeve for D23 in August. But what do you guys think? Which upcoming Phase 4 project are you most excited for? What are your story hopes / predictions? Feige has teased that Phase 4 will set up the next big crossover event in the MCU. What do you think that is? Let me know all your thoughts and theories in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.